Turning 32 felt like a milestone. I wasn't the type to throw huge parties every year, but this time, I wanted something different. Something memorable. After months of saving up, I decided to rent a beach house just outside the city. It was a beautiful, two-story place overlooking the ocean, with glass windows that caught the sunlight, a wide balcony, and enough rooms to host my closest family and friends. I stocked the fridge days in advance. Wine, fresh fruit, seafood, cakes, everything I thought people would love. I wanted no excuses, no last-minute complaints. Every detail mattered to me, because deep down, I hoped this birthday would bring us closer. I sent out invitations weeks before, carefully worded so everyone knew they were welcome. My parents, my siblings, my cousins, even a few old friends I hadn't seen in a while. Everyone said they'd come. Everyone promised. The night before my birthday, I could hardly sleep. I walked barefoot across the cool wooden floors of the beach house, listening to the waves crash in the distance, imagining the laughter, the music, the clinking of glasses. For the first time in a long time, I felt hopeful. When the morning came, I decorated the living room with balloons and streamers. I set the long table with candles and neatly folded napkins. The fridge was bursting with food and drinks, ready to be shared. I even picked out my outfit early, a soft blue dress that matched the ocean. I stood on the balcony, staring at the horizon, waiting for the first car to pull up. My heart raced at every sound of tires on gravel. But an hour passed. Then another. The food stayed untouched. The music played softly in the background, but the silence was louder. I told myself they were just late. That people always arrived late to parties. That's what I believed, until I checked my phone. Dozens of unread messages lit up the screen, each one making my stomach twist tighter. My hands shook as I scrolled through the notifications. At first, I thought maybe people were sending apologies, simple things like running late or stuck in traffic. But no. The messages weren't what I expected at all. Sorry, can't make it. Something came up. Didn't realize it was so far. Maybe next time. Honestly, too tired to drive all the way. Have fun though. One after another, the excuses piled up. Some hadn't even bothered to explain. Just a quick, not coming. I sank into the couch, staring at the perfectly set table and the decorations I had spent hours on. The fridge was still full, the candles still unlit. The ocean outside kept roaring, but inside, my world had gone quiet. By noon, it was clear. No one was coming. Not a single person I had invited thought my birthday was worth the effort. I laughed bitterly, though tears blurred my eyes. Was I really that forgettable? Did my family and friends really see me as someone they could just brush aside? I picked up my phone again and noticed one last unread message, from my younger cousin, Sarah. It wasn't an excuse. It wasn't an apology. It was a screenshot. A screenshot of a group chat. And in that chat, my name was everywhere. My so-called guests had been talking about me for days. Not about how excited they were, but about how they thought renting a beach house was over the top, how stocking the fridge was trying too hard, how celebrating a 32nd birthday was pointless. Let's all just skip it, one of them had written. Yeah, let her enjoy her little fantasy party alone, another replied. The worst part? My own sister had left a laughing emoji under those words. My chest tightened, rage burning hotter than the hurt. This wasn't just people being busy. This was planned. Deliberate. Cruel. I closed the group chat, took a deep breath, and looked around at the beautiful house I had prepared for them. They thought they'd ruined my birthday. But they had no idea what was coming next. I wiped my tears, stood up, and walked toward the balcony where the salty breeze hit my face. They wanted me to sit here alone and feel humiliated, but I wasn't going to give them that satisfaction. If they thought my 32nd birthday would be a joke, I'd turn it into a story they'd never forget. I started taking pictures of the beach house, the decorated table, the glowing candles, the food spread like a feast. I even set the timer on my camera and posed, laughing, holding a glass of wine, standing on the balcony with the ocean behind me. On social media, I uploaded the pictures with a caption. Sometimes the best parties are the ones where no one shows up, because then you realize you don't need them to feel alive. Cheers to 32. Within an hour, my post started blowing up. Strangers from all over left supportive comments. Some shared their own stories of being let down by family and friends. Others praised me for turning loneliness into strength. But I didn't stop there. I sent the same pictures directly into the group chat, the one where they had mocked me. I added just one line. Thanks for freeing up space in my life. Now I know exactly who doesn't deserve a seat at my table. The group went silent. No laughing emojis. No excuses. Just silence. 2 days later, I started getting calls and messages, people suddenly apologizing, saying they felt guilty, begging me not to take it personally. My sister even drove to my apartment with a cake, trying to make it up. But by then, I had already made my decision. My 32nd birthday wasn't ruined. It was a gift. A gift of clarity. I learned who truly valued me, and who never did. The next weekend, I returned to that same beach house. Not with family, not with fake friends, but with 2 colleagues who had always treated me with genuine kindness. We ate the leftover food, laughed under the stars, and danced barefoot on the sand. For the first time in years, I felt free. And as the waves crashed against the shore, I whispered to myself, here's to new beginnings, and to never inviting the wrong people again.